Hi there, I'm Jill Conrath, and several years ago I was in Milan for your sales forum. Right now, I know that you guys are really going through some tough times in Italy, sort of like the rest of the world right now, and we're experiencing them in the US. They're coming to us right now, so our thoughts are with you. We're watching what's happening, and we know that we're going to have to deal with some of the same challenges that you are. And so I just want to offer a few thoughts on how you can deal with these really volatile and changing times, certainly that are unprecedented and none of us have ever gone through in our lifetimes. But I do have a few thoughts that I think are really important to share. I just want to say that a few years ago, probably 15 years ago, I went through probably the worst crisis in my professional career, and I lost all my clients virtually overnight. In a 3-month period, I had 2 large clients, and both of them disappeared because there was pressure from Wall Street. They dropped people like me just like that. And I went through a period of time where I thought, there's no way I'm going to make it. B, I'm over the hill and I can't possibly come back. And C, I don't even know how to start again. But that was my life a few years back, and all this was followed by a recession. So it was really, really tough times. And so some of the things that I learned during that time that might be helpful to you are first of all, you really have to focus on what you can control. I mean, if I read the newspaper every day here in the US right now, I mean, I would think that there was no hope for civilization based on where and how fast the coronavirus is spreading. But the truth of the matter is we do have things that are within our control, and we have to be able to block out some of those things so we can focus in on what we can actually do. And so that means, number one, please don't listen to too much on the news all the time, because it's going to get you down and get you scared even more. And that doesn't help, because here's the other thing I know. When you are scared, your brain doesn't work as well. It's like the brain actually shuts down. And so here you are trying to think, oh my God, what am I going to do? And your brain is screaming, I don't know. There's nothing you can do, but there are things that you can do. So you have to literally work on calming your brain down and saying, hey, calm down, chill. You'll find a way, because you honestly can't find a way if your brain is in panic mode. And the truth of the matter is you're going to have to find new ways. And so you have to open yourself up to that. And the other thing I know from research on the brain, and also from going through my own experiences, is when you define something as a problem, your brain, again, shuts down. So panic mode, problems, it makes you less likely to come up with a good idea or good ideas for how to grow your business during this tough time. So one of the things that I really found was helpful was to substitute a word called challenge, and use the word, this is a challenge I've never faced before. This is a challenge I've never had to deal with before. And literally the challenge word opens up your brain to making more connections with other things that you've seen in the past, other ideas. You will notice things that you hadn't noticed before. And it gives you the potential and the opportunity to create a new future, one that builds on what you've had, but maybe twists your business in a different direction or takes you other places. Another thing I think it's really crucial, I'm sharing a lot of thoughts, but I think it's really crucial that you take a look at your value proposition, which is how you describe what you do to your prospective clients. Now, I'm talking business to business sales right now, but from the perspective of business to business sales, you really need a value proposition that ties in with the issues and the challenges that they're facing. So right now, we know that all businesses are looking to cut costs, reduce labor, increase productivity, and drive sales. And so you need to stop and think how you can be so focused in your messaging that you can, when you're talking to people, and yes, you need to empathize with where they're at, because you're all there, and it's part of being human with somebody. But you also need to help them see that there are possibilities. And so rather than just saying, yeah, isn't it awful? You can say, yeah, it's really awful. And I know that most businesses right now are really looking for ways to reduce their costs or increase their productivity or increase their marketing effectiveness. So whatever business you're in, you can find a way to share it in a manner that is talking about what's top of mind, what's most crucial for the people that you're dealing with. if you don't sharpen your value proposition, you just talk about your company's capabilities, everybody will say to you, no, we got to wait. We can't spend any money. We got to wait. We got to wait. But you know what? Sometimes the time to take action is now, or the time to get ready to take action is now, so that you can, when things get better, you can, they can get better faster. You can have more sales in the pipeline. You can have reduced costs more than you could. You can cut costs over here so you could spend money over there. So it's really a function of rethinking how you position your business, what you say to your customers. And then finally, you don't have that many customers right now, or not as many as you want, I'm sure. So what you have to think about is how you can ensure that every single meeting with a customer is the best possible meeting. Meaning you go into their business and you say to yourself ahead of time, well, what can we possibly accomplish during this time together? What do I need to ask? How should I start out the meeting? Does it make sense? Will this person find it helpful? What questions can I ask? How can I focus on what really matters, and what's the logical next step? And really sit down and plan the meeting, do your research, do your homework, anything that you need to do to be really on top of things, so that when you leave the meeting, they're actually grateful that they took the time to meet with you. So that's just a few thoughts that I have. This is an unprecedented time. Like I said at the beginning, we can't solve it with just working harder. We have to work differently, but don't let yourself get caught in the problems. Don't let yourself get sucked into them. And remember, when you say the word problem, it sucks all the energy out of you, all the creative force out of you. So what you want to do is really focus on the challenge. This is a new challenge. Your brain loves challenges, and it'll start looking around and engage other people in your challenge too. How can we? I got to tell you, I asked that question, how can I serve small businesses who can't afford me? It was a question I asked years ago. For 3 months, when I didn't have any business, I spent a ton of time online researching the struggle that small businesses were having, and I knew they couldn't afford me, and I kept saying, how can I help these small businesses who can't afford me? And literally, I woke up one morning with an idea that totally changed my business. It was a whole different business model. My brain literally said to me at 4 a.m. in the morning, thou shalt create a website called Selling to Big Companies, and you will help small businesses win big contracts. That was something I never thought about doing, but it came to me because I kept my options open, and I kept thinking and researching and trying to figure out how could I not, oh God, I don't have any work, but how could I? So hopefully that gives you some ideas during these times of stress. I know I'll be sharing some of these same messages with the people in the US again very, very soon, because it's coming our way faster than any of us want. So good luck to you all in Italy. I wish you my best, and I can't wait to get back. Thank you.